Hello and welcome. Here's what's coming up on Pride today. RaJah OHara is spilling the tea on favoritism on Drag Race. We have the latest. And with New Year's Eve coming up, we're taking you to Miami. Plus, we have brand new interviews with the leading men from Spoiler Alert. Hey everyone, I'm Ricky Cornish. Thanks for joining me as we take a look at stories making headlines. RuPaul's Drag Race alum RaJah OHara knows how to keep it real and has no problem speaking her mind. Currently, OHara is one of the top 4 queens on Canada's Drag Race, Canada vs. the World. Recently, OHara popped off at Roscoe's Tavern and spilled on favoritism behind the scenes. She said, "There was a little bit of some favoritism. One time I actually had to speak out about it. It made me feel really uncomfortable." Fans speculate that OHara referred specifically to Rita Baga, who's currently the only original Canadian contestant left on the season. For more on this story, head to out.com. And if you're ready for the ultimate New Year's Eve party in Miami, then you're in luck. Miami is bringing the heat with Dreamland, the immersive LGBTQ+ art, music, and wellness festival. Known as the Queer Coachella, Dreamland events will run from December 29th to January 2nd. Musical performances include Purple Disco Machine, Sophie Tucker, and Magic Mike Live. The weekend will begin with the Dreamland Gives Back Party, a fundraiser for FemHouse, a nonprofit organization that fosters opportunities for women and gender-neutral individuals. There will also be complimentary wellness programs, visual art installations, and much more. Tickets for all events are available now at dreamlandnye.com. And spoiler alert, this next interview will make you feel good. Out Magazine recently caught up with the 2 leads from the movie, Jim Parsons and Ben Aldridge. Let's take a look.
My first question is for the both of you, but can each of you walk me through your initial reactions when you first learned about Michael and Kit's love story, and what was the moment you recall remembering, I want to be a part of this, I want to bring this story to the world? We hope we could start with you, Jim.
Okay, yeah, I had read the book when Michael Ausiello had asked me to conduct a Q&A at Barnes & Noble with him. That's how I first saw it. And I didn't know immediately I wanted to tell this story. I just knew that I was walloped by it. It was really my husband watching me weep my way through it that he suggested it might this make a good movie, and one thing led to another. And at that point, it became a bit of an obsession to get it made.
Glad you did. What about you, Ben?
I was first exposed to the story via reading the script, and I didn't read the book until I knew I was definitely going to play Kit. And I think my reaction was, and I wrote to Michael saying this, that it broke my heart, put it back together again, and inspired me and taught me how to love better. And I think you always want to be part of something that has the power to move people, and I think the book certainly does this, and I think the film follows suit in that it has the power to both make you laugh and make you cry. Yeah, it's always a pleasure to be in something that does both those things.
Lots of laughs and lots of tears, that's for sure. Jim, I've gotten your take on this last time we talked, but I also wanted to get Ben's point of view about this. I feel like there's been this push lately by a lot of folks in the queer community to only consume content and stories where queer characters can only get happy endings, and rightfully so. There's been decades and decades of awful and sad, horrific representation. When you took on the role of Kit, were you worried about that kind of feedback and criticism? Was that kind of in your mind at the time, or how are you prepared to counteract that when you were going into the role of Kit?
Yeah, I mean, I'm certainly aware of those talks happening and of the tropes, but this is a real story. That's what we most want as a community, is to see ourselves truthfully represented.
My name is Ricky Cornish. Thanks for joining me on Pride today. Check us out on Advocate Channel, streaming daily on YouTube.